thousands of Americans will receive, over 1,700 this May. What about you? As prices continue to climb and financial pressure mounts, every bill becomes a source of worry. Electricity, rent, medical expenses. Everything seems to pile up at once, leaving many people feeling nearly exhausted, trying to make ends meet. Several states have taken initiative to issue tax refund subsidies and even guaranteed income to eligible residents. Are you on that list without even knowing it? Is there money waiting for you this May? Let's check each state right now. Please like and share this video immediately so you don't miss important information that could help you or your loved ones receive financial assistance this month. Without waiting for federal action, some states have already taken matters into their own hands. They're implementing tax refund programs, cost of living subsidies, and even guaranteed income, helping thousands of residents receive financial assistance this very month. The requirements aren't overly complicated. You don't need to be among the poorest groups. You just need to live in the right state, file taxes on time, and meet some basic requirements to qualify. Many payments will be deposited directly into bank accounts, while others will be sent through mail as checks. And notably, many people are on these lists without even knowing it. So, which states are making payments? Who qualifies? When will the money be sent? And are you in that group without realizing it? Let's dive into the details for each state below. Warren, Alaska, Permanent Fund Dividend, PFD. Many Alaska residents may not realize they're about to receive a payment of up to $1.702 this May, but that will only become reality if you filed correctly and meet the state's requirements. To qualify for the 2025 PFD, you must have been a full-time Alaska resident throughout 2024. Additionally, you cannot have any criminal convictions or violations that would disqualify you from receiving dividends. These seemingly small factors are actually the key determining whether you're on the payment list or not. Regarding payment timing, this year's PFD, including the regular dividend and supplemental energy subsidy, will be distributed on May 15, 2025. The primary payment method is direct deposit to the bank account you provided when applying. If you chose to receive payment by mail, your check may arrive a few days later. Either way, the distribution process is being automatically prepared by the state's system and can be checked on the program's official website. The total amount eligible residents will receive this year is $1,702. For many families, especially those under pressure from rising food and energy prices. This money isn't just temporary assistance. It could cover an entire winter heating bill or offset basic living expenses for a whole month. The important thing is if you qualify but don't actively check, you might miss out on a significant financial opportunity, just because of one simple oversight. To California, Family Support Program, $7.25 month. In California, a new pilot program is bringing hope to many families struggling with the costs of raising young children. If you live in the state, have low income, and have children under 6 years old, you may qualify for assistance worth $725 per month, beginning May 2025. The program isn't available statewide, but is being implemented in targeted ZP code areas, places with higher poverty rates and economic pressure. The recipient list is selected based on tax filing data, income records, and household status. This money is designed to help stabilize life for young children during crucial developmental stages. Payments will occur regularly each month via direct deposit. If you're a single parent weighing between paying for formula or childcare costs, this could be assistance you shouldn't overlook. 3 Colorado, Tabor Refund. If you live in Colorado and filed your state income tax for 2024, you may be in the group eligible to receive a Tabor refund. This is a tax refund implemented under the Taxpayers' Bill of Rights, where the state government returns budget surpluses to residents when tax collection exceeds the constitutional limit. The requirements aren't complicated. You just need to be a full-time Colorado resident in 2024, having filed your tax return completely and on time. The payment timeline is divided into different phases. Distribution began in March and will continue through June 2025. Those who filed early accurately and qualify will typically be processed first. If you haven't yet seen notification from the tax authority, your file may still be in process. While waiting, ensure your bank account information or mailing address is accurately updated in the state tax system. The amount you may receive depends on your filing status. If you filed individually, the maximum refund is $800. If you and your spouse filed jointly, the refund could be up to $1,600. This is no small sum for many families facing increasing financial pressure, especially as living costs continue to climb. However, this amount may change if there are adjustments to the state budget or if you have unpaid tax debts, as the system may automatically deduct those. 4. Georgia Surplus Tax Refund. Georgia residents have an opportunity to receive a one-time refund from the state's budget surplus. This program applies to those who filed state tax returns for both 2022 and 2023. You don't need to be extremely low income. As long as you have tax obligations and completed your filing on time, you're in the group potentially receiving money. The expected distribution period is from May to June 2025. According to state government announcements, most refunds will be sent around early June. But if you filed your taxes early, you may receive money in the first wave in late May. The payment method will prioritize direct deposit, accounting for about 75%, and the remainder will be sent via paper checks. The specific refund amounts are individual filers may receive $250 heads of household receive $375, and couples filing jointly receive up to $500. This is part of an effort to redistribute budget surplus without having to expand complex new programs, instead sharing directly with residents in a simpler and more equitable way. If you're living in Georgia and haven't checked your refund information, now is the time to visit the State Tax Department website to ensure you don't miss out. 5. Ohio Guaranteed Income Program, $500 month. Ohio is testing a different support model, guaranteed income. If you're one of the individuals selected to participate in this pilot program, you'll receive $500 monthly via regular transfers. Selection criteria aren't based on self-registration applications, but on analysis of regional data income status and Social Security records. Support payments are being sent continuously on a monthly cycle, and the program is still gradually expanding. While not everyone can participate, this is a signal that Ohio is actively seeking long-term solutions rather than just one-time assistance. If you're living in areas where this program is being tested, check your mailbox or bank account. The money may have arrived without you noticing. 6. New Mexico Low Income Household Relief. New Mexico continues to distribute income-based relief payments where the support amount isn't fixed but calculated based on household size, income level, and application records. If you live in the state and are experiencing financial difficulties, you may qualify for assistance, provided you've applied correctly. The payment process is continuing throughout May, so if you've applied but haven't seen money arrive, that doesn't necessarily mean you've been rejected. In some cases, delays occur due to missing information or large processing volumes. For each family, the amount received could be several hundred to over $1,000, enough to offset rent, utilities, or costs of raising young children. At this point, it's important not to hesitate to check your application status, or ask a family member to help you complete the registration step if you haven't done so. 7. Pennsylvania Rent and property tax rebate up to $1,000. Pennsylvania is implementing one of the most practical programs for seniors, widows, widowers, and disabled people with limited income. If you're in this group and live in the state, you may be eligible for reimbursement of up to $1,000 in the form of rent or property tax rebates. The payment period begins in May and extends through June 2025. However, to receive money, you need to submit a valid application. This isn't an automatic disbursement like some other states. Applications are reviewed based on age, disability status, marital status, and previous year's income level. Many eligible people miss out because they think they don't qualify for any benefits. If you have elderly relatives or are living alone, help them check eligibility right now, because sometimes a complete application can bring in enough money to cover a whole month's rent. Act now to avoid missing out. If you live in Alaska, California, Colorado, Georgia, Ohio, New Mexico, or Pennsylvania, now is the time to check your benefits. Start by logging into your state tax account or visiting the website of the tax authority where you reside. Check whether you filed your taxes on time for 2022, 2023, or 2024, since many payment programs are entirely based on information already in your tax records. If the program requires a separate application, like in Pennsylvania or New Mexico, find the correct form and complete it as soon as possible. Being late by a few days could put you in a later processing group or even cause you to miss the payment period entirely. Make sure your bank account information or mailing address is accurately updated to avoid payment delays due to minor errors. And if you find this video helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and send this video to relatives or friends living in the states mentioned above, because quite possibly, just one click from you could help someone not miss assistance they should be receiving. Finally, subscribe to this channel right now to get the earliest updates on financial assistance policy changes or new payment announcements from each state. This is the simplest way to stay proactive during these economically volatile times. See you in the next video.